How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking figures. So we're going to have a look back in time at Doctor Who figures. We're going to have a look at mainly the new Who ones and mainly ones which I've got loose. But these figures are going to be solely of the Doctor. So starting off on the ones we've displayed, we've got a little display piece here. We've got the first Doctor all the way up until the 13th Doctor. The majority of them are from the 11th Doctor set, apart from the 8th Doctor and War Doctor. The 8th Doctor was from one of the exclusives which was released in America. The War Doctor was a B&M exclusive. And then we've got the 12th Doctor, which was part of his collector's range. And the 13th Doctor, which was her first figure release. Now we've got a second figure display here, which we're going to have a look at. And that is this one right here. On this one, we've got Jodie Whittaker's Doctor in the red attire. And that is the only Doctor here. Moving on to other figures I've got loose. Now, I have got a lot of Doctor Who figures boxed, but I prefer to collect them loose. It's just more fun to let the figures be out there, box and breathe and pose them and have them on display. But I have got some which are boxed. I've got the 11th Doctor set boxed. I have got a few Doctor and TARDIS sets boxed, as well as David Tennant from when he first became the Doctor boxed. All of Jodie Whittaker's figures boxed. One of Peter Capaldi's or two of Peter Capaldi's figures boxed, and obviously the B&M waves which recently came out. Starting off, we're going to go from the 9th Doctor onwards because I don't have any other Doctors here loose. So starting off, we have got Christopher Eccleston's 9th Doctor, the disco dancing pose, and he's with the brown shirt as you can see here. We have also got this Doctor in the black shirt. Now these are the only two variants released, and I actually got them last year, I believe it was, or this year. I'm not 100% sure. It was quite recent, and there should be a video on the channel of me actually receiving them. Now, obviously, you've seen on display we've got the 9th Doctor with his brown vest. We've also got him here with his purple vest, and we've also got him with his black vest. Moving on to the 10th Doctor. Now, we've got the regenerated 10th Doctor, and he's actually got the black attire, which the 9th Doctor had, so that is quite an interesting one. I believe the regeneration set had the disco dancing Doctor and this one compared to basically the new mould. Moving on to that, we have got the Doctor with his spacesuit on from, I believe it was Series 2 with Rose, the Ood story. We've got the Doctor from the Ghost episode, Doctor from Doomsday, as he's seen with his 3D glasses on. This is the 10th Doctor, as he's seen in Doomsday once again, when he's basically giving the message to Rose, basically about to tell her he loves her but doesn't. Moving on in the timeline a bit more, I've got the 10th Doctor, I believe this is from Series 3, where he starts wearing his normal specs. Then we have got from Series 3, one of the main episodes, the Doctor aged, the 10th Doctor basically without his brown attire, just normal. We have got him from the episode with Marcel, which is 42, in his other spacesuit, the darker red one. And then once again from, I believe it was Series 4, and in the specials as well with Voyage of the Damned, the 10th Doctor in tuxedo. So moving on from that, we go to the Matt Smith era, the 11th Doctor era, and we start off with one which is basically leading from story to story. And that is the Raggedy Doctor from Series 5, Episode 1. On display, we've already got him in the brown blue tie, the Toys R Us exclusive blue bow tie, the 11th Doctor. Then we've got him from Series 5 once again, the Doctor in a fez. Now, this was part of the Pandora Open set. Then moving on to Series 6, we've got Matt Smith in the straitjacket, Matt Smith with the long hair and the beard. Then we have got the Ganga Doctor. I don't know what to call this one. He is another variant of the Doctor, but he isn't the variant from the Snowman or when he was about to regenerate. And the figure that we've got last from the 11th Doctor era is in fact the 11th Doctor just before he regenerates. Now this one did come with a walking stick and handles, and he was able to pop the head off and on of a younger Matt Smith, this variant of Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. and I did actually use them for something I'm going to show you for the first time later on, but I've got that loose and boxed as well. Moving on to the 12th Doctor now, this is the last era where I've got them loose, and this is the 12th Doctor from Hellbent, the B&O exclusive. Moving on, we have got this little brown pouch where I'll keep some Doctor Who figures which I believe are special. Basically, they came with the Sonic Stone to lose them, and I actually do genuinely love these figures. So we'll have a look at these, but just before that, we will in fact have a look at one figure which I'm going to class as a Doctor figure, but isn't actually a figure of the Doctor. And it took quite a while for me to find. I don't think I've actually got a video of me showing him off or unboxing him on the channel, because it was in the time when I had my hiatus from YouTube. Quite difficult to find him, managed to find him at the right price loose. And I'm actually a bit nervous to keep getting him out of this little packet. And that is the Tom Baker Curator figure. Now it does come with the Gallifrey Falls No More poster, which is wrapped up in this cardboard in here. But this figure I'm going to class as a Doctor figure, because Tom Baker was the Doctor. And he did have that line saying maybe he will revisit a familiar face. And as we know now, David Tennant is the Doctor again. So I believe he has revisited a familiar face, and he will do that later on in the line. So I'm calling the creator a Doctor in this brown bag, which I've talked about. So looking at these figures laid out, there is a lot of Matt Smith compared to the others. I think Matt Smith is in fact the same amount of the other Doctors which I have. We have got 10th Doctor ones, so David Tennant ones, Matt Smith ones, 11th Doctor ones, and then Peter Capaldi ones, the 12th Doctor ones. So let's get right into it. The first one which we have got is, I believe this is from the school episode, School Reunion, I think it was called, in Series 2, where Sarah Jane makes a comeback. It is the 10th Doctor in the glasses. The next one we've got, I actually had on display and boxed, and I decided to open stupidly or unstupidly. It depends how you look at it. They were actually on display above here for quite a period of time. Then I put them in a box, and then I just decided to open them. It is the 10th Doctor from the End of Time set. So this is basically the Doctor before he regenerated, and from when he got hurt jumping out of the airplane through the glass in the final. Next one we have got is Matt Smith in David Tennant's attire. Now this was from the same wave, same choice. Do I open it? Do I not? Ended up falling in love with it and decided to open it. Next figure we have got from Matt Smith, it is the Series 6 Matt Smith. Now this one was quite hard for me to find, and it's the Doctor in blue shirt. Pairing off that one perfectly is Matt Smith from the same series, Series 6, just in a white shirt. From Series 6 again, this was a very short period of time. I believe it's from Series 6B, and it'd be one of the opening episodes. And that is the Doctor in Stetson. The last Matt Smith figure that we have, which is official from Character Options, the 11th Doctor from the Snowman. Now, I actually found this one very late. There is actually a video of me finding it, I believe. The last three figures are exactly the same figure with a different repaint, and there are only 4 in this wave. One of them I actually got mock, and these 3 are the Peter Capaldi from Series 8 and 9. I believe mainly from Series 8, with his attire and how short his hair was, but those are the last 3 official Character Options figures, which I've got loose. But there are 3 more figures. Well, last year you guys saw me unbox 3 of these. The David Tennant 10th Doctor in orange spacesuit. And I did say that they would come out and there would be a reason. One figure you've already seen was the 11th Doctor with the aged head. And I had to get that loose as well as boxed for this project. I also got another 13th Doctor for this project. I have got the 11th Doctor in the spacesuit, the 12th Doctor in orange spacesuit, and the 13th Doctor in orange spacesuit. So I made those customs just to go on a shelf with it, and they never actually made it onto a shelf, because shortly after making those customs I decided to become a minimalist. That is it for this week's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week for some more Doctor Who content. How's it going, guys? The figures that got away with handing out Comic-Con exclusive figures.